Good afternoon, everyone. In today's video, we are going to be looking at Invest 92L in the Atlantic just south of the Cabo Verde Islands, which is expected to head towards the Caribbean, but then taking a northward turn towards the Bermuda area. Starting off here, we're looking at the National Hurricane Center, the Atlantic 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook, and as you can see, we have Invest 92L just south of the Cabo Verde Islands. This currently has a 70% chance of a cyclone formation in 7 days. And what they're saying is a tropical wave located several hundred miles south of the Cabo Verde Islands continues to produce a broad area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for additional development, and a tropical depression is likely to form by the early to middle portion of next week as the system moves westward at 15 to 20 miles per hour across the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. Looking at the satellite imagery right now, as you can see, it does have quite a bit of convection activity happening. So a lot of thunderstorms bubbling up around the center of the Invest 92L. Not seeing a lot of circulation yet with that convection, but you are seeing a lot of circulation with those more lower level clouds, which means this is definitely developing and we could see a tropical storm sometime in the next 3 days. Looking at Invest 92L model intensity guidance, as you can see right now, it is around right in between the 30 and the 15 knot range for the wind speed, which means it is just below tropical depression strength. This will be rising within the next 24 hours. As you can see, most of these models getting close to a tropical storm strength by 36 hours there. We get to about 72 hours. As you can see, most of those models still in broadening out into either lower in tropical storm or high in tropical storm. Getting over to 108 hours or so, we could see a possible Category 1 hurricane according to this run, and we have even a few heading into the Category 2 range. So we're definitely going to have to watch the storm closely. Let's see where it's potentially headed. Now, looking at model track guidance, some people call spaghetti models. As you can see here, a lot of these models so far are leading towards the Caribbean, near the U.S. Virgin Islands, near the Puerto Rico area. We have one that is curving up into a fish storm, and also one that is heading straight into the Caribbean. So we need to watch this storm closely throughout this upcoming week, as yesterday a lot of these models were curving up into a fish storm over towards Bermuda, but now these models are getting closer and closer towards the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Western Antilles. So we're going to have to watch this extremely closely. And of course, these models can change again. So I'll probably have another video out tomorrow, even Sunday, Monday. I'll probably have daily videos on this until this weekend's out. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. You won't miss a single update or live stream on this storm here, a potentially tropical storm or Hurricane Bret. The second name on the list is Bret. So if this does form into a tropical storm or hurricane, this will be named Bret. Looking at the GFS ensembles, a lot of these do curve off to sea as a fish storm, bringing no threat to land. As you can see, once again, we have a lot of ensembles here that do lead right into the Caribbean. So it's a 50-50 chance as of right now. It's still way out in sea, just south of the Cabo Verde Islands. So things will change as it gets closer to the Caribbean. We will have a lot more details of where this is headed as it gets closer. Probably around halfway through this is when we will see on the 96-hour mark. We will have a lot more information on this as it heads through the Atlantic Ocean. Here's the GFS model, and we're also going to look at the European model on this, but there is this storm right there. I'm circling that. I'm going to actually get the pin out so you can see this better, but there is Invest 92L right now. You could see some precipitation around it. It has around 1009 millibars, so just a little wispy storm out in just south of the Cabo Verde Islands. Now, as this heads westward throughout Sunday, this continues to gain some strength around late night hours of Sunday into Monday. You can see here some of those isobars getting tighter and tighter, those black circles in there. That means it's getting stronger as it heads westward. We're getting around Tuesday now, and as you can see, we have a 997 millibar pressure. That's about tropical storm strength, though. So by Tuesday, we could see a potential tropical storm Bret being named there. And as this GFS model takes it, this is going to be 12 p.m. Wednesday Central Time, so around the afternoon hours for Atlantic Standard Time. And this continues to move through as we head throughout the morning hours of Thursday into the afternoon hours of Thursday. This continues to get stronger, and right as we get to Friday, this starts to make a sudden turn again. This is just the GFS model. We're also going to look at the European model, but this makes a turn according to the GFS model out to sea, and then speeds off as a fish storm across the Atlantic Ocean. So that's a GFS model. As we look at the European model, it has a little bit of a different opinion on Invest 92L. As you can see, it heads westward just like the GFS model. It gets down to a tropical storm strength, heads through the Lesser Antilles around Friday, but then weakens off according to the European model. The reasoning for that weakening off is because we do have a lot of shear across the area. We have warm waters, but a lot of shear, which is going to break the storm apart. If this does go into the Caribbean and impacts the Lesser Antilles, once it gets past the Lesser Antilles, it's not going to make a fault after that due to that wind shear. If it makes a path kind of like this, where it heads right near the east coast, it will definitely be a tropical storm strength before it heads into the cooler waters and wind shear up here. If it does make a path like a fish storm, it of course will not have much threat to land, but definitely will be a stronger storm than those two paths. So that's kind of your quick look on Invest 92L. I will have another update out tomorrow and Sunday with these daily uploads coming out again for the tropical season. Share this video with any friends or family that may want the latest updates on the Invest 92L or any future tropical storms or hurricanes across the Atlantic basin. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.